All right, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get some difficult news from camp, and not trying to be over dramatic with it, but also want to talk about it. If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans. We have this channel talking about teams and stories that just don't get the love nationally like they should. This video, we're going to start off negative, but go positive, so don't worry about that. But here's the thing, Baker Mayfield, and I'd love to know in the comments. I started off, I didn't like him. And I would like to know in the comments where you were at with him as well. Like, have you always liked him? Did you like him when he was at Oklahoma? Did you like him when he was here, but not here? Oh, yeah, I liked him when he was at the Browns, but not with, let me know in the comments, because for me, it was like, he sucks. He sucks. And then now I'm just kind of like, I don't think he does, though, because he wins and he's in the league and he stays in the league and he fits this perfect mold where you see it with the Tua contract. Tua suddenly gets like basically highest paid quarterback. And it's like, no, that's not right. Baker Mayfield, though, fits right in where he's not going to follow this trend that we have going with contracts just in general, whether it's wide receiver, quarterback, whatever, where that they just kind of keep leapfrogging. He fits right in where it's like, hey, look, I'm going to get paid well, but I'm not expecting the top dollar, but yet I can perform and get victories. And there's real value there. There's real value to do what he did last year. Are you kidding me? You do that every year. Let's go. I'll take it. Well, you're never going to win the Super Bowl. I didn't care. I just want meaningful games. I'm in the playoffs, shooting for the opportunity to get to the Super Bowl. That's all you can ask for. So here's the difficult news. So far in training camp, I went through winners and losers. The losers, Baker Mayfield's deep ball. And if you're a Buccaneers fan, it's like, all right, Baker, if he could just, we know what he is. We're not expecting the world, but we just need some improvements in some little areas. Baker Mayfield's deep ball is where you were hoping. This is not a new development, but Baker Mayfield does not have the greatest deep ball reputation in the league. There were several moments last year where it felt like points were left on the field or big plays not made because he not pinpoint downfield throws that presented themselves. So in week 1 of training camp, he's overshot Trey Palmer, which, like, if he hits that, it's just like, let's go. He's a burner too, so it's hard to do. Rookie Jalen McMillan, we've put videos out on this channel about him. And so why this is difficult news is because if he's hitting these, it's like, where is Tampa Bay's weaknesses? Because if Baker Mayfield, he's athletic enough to move around, he can hit the short passes. Now he's hitting some deep balls. The defense is good. Where are the holes? But the like little bit of a hole is that Baker Mayfield isn't great. Why isn't he great? Because he can't hit the deep ball. Can't hit the deep ball. You can't hit the big play. Explosive plays are what the NFL is right now. You always got to run the ball, stop the run, but and turnovers are huge and all that. But explosives are the trend right now. You have to be able to hit those. This is something I want to see in week 2 of training camp, and hopefully it can be attributed to rust or lack of connection or the first few days, and not a sign of things to come. That's so true, because if this is a sign of just what it's going to be, the Bucs are still going to win. They're still going to fight for this division, no question. But that's the ceiling, where if he's hitting these explosives that are going to be there with explosive players that the Buccaneers now have, you're right back like you were last year, playing in the second round of the playoffs, maybe a road game, maybe you can, get a better seed. But that's where you would live. And it's like, that is it. So keep an eye on that, because that's the difference in this whole thing as we look at it now. Now, I told you I'd give you some positive news. Don't worry. I'm going to get you some positive news. Hold on. It's coming. Positive news is, as I went through the winners and losers, I think this was a really good article, because let's get to the winners here. Sorry, I'm losing it. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Chris Godwin, coming off 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, it would be easy for the Penn State product to come in, kind of chilling out. This has not been the case. He's been playing with best football over the last few days. Mike Evans, Said Chris looks like the 2019 Chris Godwin. If that's the case, he could be in for a huge year. You just saw it where I looked at the negatives of Baker Mayfield missing those weapons. Oh, by the way, you've got Godwin, you've got Mike Evans. Running backs are good. Like, let's go. Next winner, overall team conditioning. One of the biggest challenges in the early days of training camp, teams getting up to speed and back to football shape. It usually takes a week or so. However, the Bucs are right there, ready to go. And Todd Bowles said this is the most in shape team from day one he has seen in Tampa. Another huge development. It feels like culture set, team is set, things are going all in the right direction. If you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, you've got weapons, you've got the quarterback, you've got the coach. This team is in shape. Like, you just don't see that very often, or you don't hear about that. And I love to see that. Next one, the Bucs secondary. Throughout the first week, the Bucs defensive backfield has been making plays all over the field, 7-on-7 or 11-on-11. Let's go. So you lose Carlton Davis. He goes to the Lions. He's tearing it up with the Lions, by the way. You knew that. He's a great player on the last year of his deal. So it makes sense to be like, okay. But you had some ideas and you had some people kind of in waiting. So it's not like you just said, well, see you later. It's like, no, we had some ideas. We're going to use different people. And so to see that the secondary, or hear that the secondary for the Bucs is really playing well, it has to be encouraging if you're a Bucs fan, because Carlton Davis goes, he's tearing it up with the Lions. Like, crap. But you get a 3rd-round pick for him. You're able to use that. And now you've got depth and you've got playmakers in the secondary. I've said this before about the Buccaneers. I'll say it again. When your defense keeps you in the game, which the Buccaneers defense did all of last year, very difficult to do anything against, then now you can win this division. This division's wide open. You can make the playoffs, have a home playoff game. The whole formula you did last year is right there for you because of your defense. Now, the only team really to make anything happen was the Lions against the Buccaneers. Everybody else, I mean, it was kind of hard. There was some teams that found their way for sure, but this is the defense. So to tighten up the secondary, linebackers are still good. The defensive line is still good. This is a really good thing if you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you've watched a few videos by now, would love if you would hit that subscribe button. Go for 20,000 subs here on this channel. And again, we just kind of talk about the underdogs just because we were for so many years, kind of overlooked. No one really took you seriously, talked about you. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe it was deservedly so for the Lions for many years, but here we are now. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.